This charge I give to you to become spiritual leaders of the world is the Emancipation Proclamation, which will set free all women for all time. No more is man to look upon woman as his spiritual inferior.
Help us know God.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. We're studying a revelation that has every year of his life with what happened, most importantly, in his thinking and in his behaviors. And it's those behaviors that we want to imitate, because in our own style, with our own people around us, that will help us to become more like him and more like God. Have we got any new? Sandra's back on. That's great. So we've got -3, 9 people here. Okay. She did. I got to tell them. We need 6 more people. 9 and 7 are 16. 6 more needed. Anyway. Okay. What we're going to do, because it could be that they're just trying to connect, and y'all can watch the video on YouTube if you have data at some point. Okay, now, may we start with a prayer, people? Does anybody?
Welcome,
Okay.
Lorraine.
Oh, thank you. Great, Lorraine. Lovely. Lovely. Anybody, any Ugandan or Nigerian want to start with an opening prayer? If not, that's okay. We can come up with talking to God. Maybe at the end then? Does that sound all right? Or is somebody trying to get on? Me. Oh, Vanessa. Vanessa, do you want to pray?
Vanessa would like, yeah. I was
perfect.
muted, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, I would like to pray. I would like to pray. Are you
Go
hearing
ahead.
me?
Yes, you go ahead, sister. Start at any time, please.
Okay. Oh God, we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for protecting us ever since we last met. We thank you for giving us this chance to meet as sisters to learn more about the UB. Oh God, we are going to study again. We pray that you bless us. May we grasp everything that is being taught to us through Jesus. Through Jesus Christ, I've prayed. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful, sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now, CaroleRae is going to start to show, oh, are more people coming? How wonderful. It's going to start to show quickly. We're going to summarize. Linda and I will summarize what happened last week, and we'll finish with the last of it. Okay? Okay. Click. Okay. So here we learn here that Jesus has fully and finally separated himself. He knew through Jesus Christ. Yes, we knew that he, from before papers, that he was starting to get ready for his public ministry, and that was teaching. He knew his work was for the Father. And if his work was for the Father, it was to reveal the Father to others. So he had done that with his family, and now he needs to go out and teach more, as many people as he can. So he's separated himself from the management and the affairs of what was going on in the family. Linda, anything?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to respond here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was,
Thank you.
no, I'm just paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry.
No,
Nothing to
no,
add at the moment. No, yeah.
thank you. Okay, so here we go. Wow, that was fast. All right.
You know,
Uh,
you mentioned that he was focusing on taking care of the family first before his
yeah.
mission. And he,
Mhm.
he actually encouraged John the Baptist to do the same. John was thinking of launching out before taking care of that aspect of his life. So just to, that was something we don't always talk about. Thanks.
That was excellent, and that was because it was a subtle encouragement. In fact, because what's his name, John and his mother Elizabeth
Mhm.
came to visit Jesus and the family. His father had already died, Zacharias. But when he saw how faithful and diligent Jesus was in the ministering, not only to his siblings, but to his mother, he determined, like you said, Linda, instead of going out on his own, to go back and look after his mother. Yes, Vanessa, we can say that. They say he says you can ask him my name. I often say, and together with you and your request, Jesus, but because he says, ask me for help. I will go to the Father on your behalf. Okay, so he left and keep click. Let's have a look at the next one. So he went to Tiberias and Sepphoris, and it says he found little interest. In other words, there didn't seem to be as many truth seekers there. So he went to Capernaum and he went to work with the family of Zebedee. And they were all boat builders, and well, he was a boat builder and his sons were fishermen. This is an important part of his story because two of these became his apostles, John and James. I know you've heard of them, ladies. And his middle son, David, did not understand everything that Jesus taught, but he fell in love with him the same way that his brothers did and assigned himself as the messenger, as the post office for Jesus and his workers. He would take messages from them and take them out to other areas to let them know. He was like a newspaper deliverer and was delivering the news of the kingdom. Before we go on, Linda, little something you have there?
No, thank you. No, just
Okay.
how amazing it is that He
They did.
became very close to that family. He lived with them for
Yes.
a long time, so they got to know him better than most humans, and that I think that served as a second family for him because his dad died when he was young, so I think that was very important to him.
Absolutely. And we also learned that Jesus became an avid, a clever, an intelligent boat builder and had designed a new boat for the day. Go ahead, CaroleRae.
Well, should we ask for an opportunity if one of the girls want to add anything or just go
Okay.
ahead?
Well, you asked me to offer, so interrupt it and return to complete when you verbally did so. Linda, don't apologize. Just do.
I'm not apologizing.
I was trying to read that. Okay, ladies, do you have any comments or questions as we move on through this? Observations? Okay, so let's continue, CaroleRae, see what we have here. Yeah, so same thing. He figured out steaming the wood meant that they could bend it. Let's go to the next one. Bend the slats of wood. And like you said, Linda, I think, or CaroleRae, he considered the father in the place of Joseph. He didn't substitute him, but he was the older man, the father type that he missed since he was 14. Okay, so does somebody want to read this paragraph? We're up to the new one. Salome is the mother of the Zebedees, and she took him on as a son, really. Anybody wish to read? Okay. I think
We'd
they're
love to
coming.
hear your voices, so it'd be great if one of you would read.
Coming in and out. Some of the people. You want to try this, Linda? This paragraph?
Sure, I can do that. Zebedee's wife, Salome, was a relative of Annas, one-time high priest at Jerusalem, and still the most influential of the Sadducean group, having been deposed only 8 years previously. Salome became a great admirer of Jesus. She loved him as she loved her own sons, James, John, and David, while her 4 daughters looked upon Jesus as their elder brother. Jesus often went out fishing with James, John, and David, and they learned that he was an experienced fisherman as well as an expert boat builder.
Any thoughts on that, Linda?
Influence that whole area. They say that most of the boats in a short time were built by the Zebedees.
Beautiful. And the other thing, I think, Jenny, maybe we did read this last time because I didn't realize they had 4 daughters, 4
Yep.
girls that fall in love with Jesus. Oh, my dear, my dear. Okay, any comments or questions? I'll ask CaroleRae to put us to the next picture while you're thinking, ladies, or putting it in the chat. I'll wait for a few seconds.
Please, I can read this.
Yes, thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny. Take your time. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All this year, Jesus sent money each month to James. He returned to Nazareth, in October to attend Martin's wedding, and he was not again in Nazareth for over 2 years. When he returned shortly before the double wedding of Simeon and Jude.
And so what thoughts do you have here, Jenny, as you're reading this? Do you have any? It's
Yeah,
okay if
so
you,
he shows he cares. He sent money to his
yeah.
brothers,
Yeah.
and he also
Yeah,
returned to Nazareth. Yeah.
yeah, he was sending it home because James was looking after his mother. But
Yes.
yeah, so he was sending that money back. He didn't just leave them to their own devices. He wanted to continue to participate. And he came back for his sister, his youngest sister,
Married.
let me say, yeah, his second
Mm.
sister's wedding, yes. And then for Simon and Jude after 2 years. Now, wait till we find out what he does in 2 years' time. Okay, any other comments, ladies? Thank you, Jenny. That was so well read again. Okay, how about somebody else now? Reading a few sentences. Who would like to? You can read only a part if you wish, or the whole paragraph. It's up to you. Patricia, do you feel like reading? If you don't, that's fine. Patricia, Patricia, we can hear you. Did you think that you wanted to read this time?
Yes, I want to read.
Oh, how lovely. You go ahead, read as far as you want. Oh, you have to go take yourself off mute. If you want to read out loud, you have to get off mute. We can't hear you. Yeah, there you go. So you start as
Uh,
soon as
I start from throughout this year.
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah. Throughout this year, Jesus built boats and continued to observe how men lived on earth. Frequently, he would go down to visit at the caravan station, Capernaum being on the direct travel route from the strong Roman military post, and the garrison's commanding officer was a Gentile believer in as the Jews were such proselytes.
Very
Okay, I hope
good.
I'm there.
Yes, thank you. It was a little difficult because of your connection, but we could read the words and we could follow you easily. Very good.
I could
Patricia,
hear you well.
Thank you. Maybe it's my thing, connection. Patricia, do you have an observation here or a thought, question, comment? If not, that's okay. But if so, anybody. So it's where he says he continued to observe how men lived on earth. Don't forget, these men and women are his children. They're his created beings, his created ones here on earth. So he is observing how they're interacting, and he's finding ways to guide them as he learns who is like this and who is like that. I think it's amazing. So Capernaum was a strong Roman military, and the garrison's commander was Gentile believer in Yahweh, and that was the God of the Jews, a devout man. As the Jews were wont, that means that they seem to have the pattern to, I can't read the bottom, designate, I can't read the bottom, what's that say? Oh, designate such proselytes, that he was a good man. Because you remember, there were Jews and there were not Jews, and the not Jews were called Gentiles. Okay, click if we have no further comments on that one. Or Linda, did you have an observation? Sorry. Oh, you're mute. You're mute. You're mute. There we go.
Muted so that maybe Patricia could sound could come through better. Yeah, Yahweh was the name that the Jews gave to Jesus. And remember, there were there were Gentiles that were around the court at the synagogues as well in Jerusalem. So they allowed the Gentiles to be around, and some of them actually were became Jews. So with a different standing. So I think that's why they were designating this gentleman who was a Gentile, but referenced God as Yahweh. They thought that made him a better person. Thanks.
Thank you. Great. Did we? Oh, okay. So this is a new one. Ladies, any more volunteers? Somebody who hasn't spoken yet? Who feels confident? I tell you what, I'll read now. I don't want to put you on the spot. I just want you to feel confident, okay? So step out on encourage. This officer that we were just talking about belonged to a wealthy Roman family, and he took it upon himself to build a beautiful synagogue in Capernaum. So he did that, which had been presented to the Jews a short time before Jesus, thank you, came to live with Zebedee. Jesus conducted the service, thank you, CaroleRae, in this new synagogue more than half the time this year. Wow. And some of the caravan people who chanced to attend remembered him as the carpenter from Nazareth. Now, you will see as we go through the papers that he has many titles. He's the carpenter from Nazareth, the boat builder from Capernaum, the tent maker from wherever, the scribe of Damascus, the tutor to the Indian child. He had many, and he did that on purpose. He didn't want to become one person known as so many things. He wanted to spread himself out so that people could see the wonder of the character of this person. Yes, Linda, please clear me out.
No, you're good. You're good. Thank you for that. I think it was interesting to me. It stands out in this section, this quote, is that they do recognize him, because it's the only place I can recall where that's true. In most instances, they don't realize it's the same person. So I think it's just interesting that some of the people do, and it is clearly because of the caravan travel, and both locations were on the route.
Yes, thank you. And then he became known too as the caravan conductor, right? Because he conducted it. Wouldn't you like to know about that? Any comments, ladies? Anything there strike you as interesting that you've never heard before? You knew he was a carpenter of Nazareth. Okay, we can move on. Time for a volunteer this time. Unless CaroleRae, you wanted to read, but I knew you wanted to step back a bit.
I can read this one. It's nice and short.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is again from paper 129, section 1. Our study today started there. When it came to the payment of taxes, Jesus registered himself as a skilled craftsman of Capernaum. From this day on to the end of his earth life, he was known as a resident of Capernaum. He never claimed any other legal residence, although he did for various reasons, permit others to assign his residence to Damascus, Bethany, Nazareth, and even Alexandria. I just love these graphics from
Mhm.
Truth Book.
Good
They're
job.
just incredible.
Good
The
job.
paintings and their graphics.
They're
And what does the
wonderful.
red line, what does the red line mean, CaroleRae? Sorry, Linda.
I think it's the route that he took. Isn't that what it is?
Hmm.
Yes, I just wanted you to say it for the ladies, what the red line was.
Okay.
And the graphics that are in the Truth Book, my understanding is they were paintings actually that were commissioned by Mo Siegel and his wife.
Yeah, and they put them in that book, right?
Well, and
Story.
they also tried to put authentic physical characteristics that Jesus's biology would have at the time, according to the Urantia book.
Yeah, the description and yes.
And he made the scenes relevant to what the Urantia book tells us.
Exactly, Linda. Thank you. Okay. We'll keep your questions then, ladies, or write them in the chat. We're just going to move along. Okay. Have we got a volunteer? That's a great picture. Look at how he loves the children. And he did.
Jenny, do
died.
you want to read again?
Yeah, her connection was clear, wasn't it?
She mentioned that she was interested in reading again. That's why I was just asking.
And I see Molly. Molly is, oh, and Sandra. Good.
Molly said she could. Yep. You can beat me to it there.
So Molly, you go first. Start right away. And how about Sandra after? Does that sound good, ladies?
All right. Thank you so much, sister. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're fine. Am I audible enough?
Go right ahead. At the Capernaum synagogue, do you see those words?
Yes, I can see. Okay. At the Capernaum synagogue, he found many new books in the library chests, and he spent at least 5 evenings a week at intense study. One evening, he devoted to social life with the older folks, and one evening he spent with the young people. There was something gracious and about the personality of Jesus with. Help me, sister, to extend the screen. Okay, thank you. I beg your pardon. There was something gracious and about the personality of Jesus, which invariably attracted young people. He always made them feel at their ease in his presence. Perhaps his great secret in getting along with them consisted in the fact that he was always interested in what they were doing, while he seldom offered them advice unless they asked for it.
Very important. Thank you, Molly. Thank you. Have you any thoughts as you read that?
Yes, please.
You go ahead. Did you think anything? Did you have an opinion on what you read? You don't have to.
At the moment, no, I just have to look at to see how I can explain. But at the moment, you can go on to explain, sister.
Okay, very good. Because sometimes when I read, I'm more interested in saying the words properly. I'm not paying attention to the meaning. So if you're thinking of something good, anybody else have a thought?
Well, I can't raise my hand because I'm sharing. I haven't figured out, so I'll just go ahead and talk. This last sentence is such a challenge as a mother. Where is that sentence? Oh, yeah, here it is. While he seldom offered them advice unless they asked for it. As a mother, that is the biggest challenge. I'm just admitting it right now.
Ditto. That's what I wanted to say. Good for you. See that, ladies? It's not offering suggestions to a friend or somebody. You see something that you think is not happening well in their life, and oh, look, I know what you could do, but unless they ask for it, they're not really open to hearing because you know as well, you would rather come up with the solutions to your situations. Sometimes when other people say things, it depends on how they deliver what it is they're saying. If it doesn't sound like they're telling you what to do, some people can make suggestions without even sounding like it's a suggestion. Any other thoughts, ladies? And we'll go to the next picture. Linda as well. You're one of the ladies.
Just what I'm thinking about that advice is that, we all have to make a decision and make our changes within ourselves. So if somebody is giving us advice, then we're probably looking outside ourselves to function. But if we have a question inside and ask someone for input, then we're probably more likely to incorporate that into our inner journey. So I think it's important sometimes to realize that, Jesus once said to his apostles, you can tell people that they are sons of God, but they have to find out what it means to be a son of God themselves. You can't give that to them. So in a similar way, making choices in our life have to come from our inner desire. Sorry.
Perfect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Linda. As a matter of fact, my mother always was, and still is, forces her opinion on me on a regular basis. I mean, forces it. And I always felt that, if I did everything she said, I would be living my life as she would live my life, instead of me living my life as I would live my life. And I think that, what you're saying, Linda, and you, Monica, as well, that, we need to make our own experiences with our spiritual journey as well as our physical journey.
Yes. Lovely, both of you. And one of you asked what twofold means. That just means double.
That's what I was going to have twofold purposes, right? It benefits things from more than one side. But I'm sorry, I was just going to.
Very good. Very good. That was better. Don't forget, ladies, just to keep your phone on mute if you're not talking. Thank you. Now, did Sandra want to continue to read after Molly? Sandra, are you still feeling that you'd like to read?
Also, did Winifred offer to read, or did I misunderstand?
Yes, Sandra would like to.
Good.
Did I miss Winifred?
Beautiful. We have a lineup. Sandra's going to
Winifred had a comment, but I don't know if she offered to read.
Oh, there she is. Okay, how about we go with Sandra? She was second in line. And Win, let's go with you after. How's that, ladies? Sandra, when you're ready. Sandra, when you're ready, start up. Hi. The Zebedee family.
I'm reading.
The Zebedee family.
The Zebedee family almost worshipped Jesus, and they never failed to attend the conferences of questions and answers, which he conducted each evening after supper before they departed for the synagogue to study. The youthful neighbors also came in frequently to attend these after-supper meetings. To these little gatherings, Jesus gave varied and advanced instruction, just as advanced they could comprehend. He talked quite freely with them, expressing his ideas and ideals about politics, sociology, science, and philosophy, but never presumed to speak with authoritative finality except when discussing religion, the relation of man to God. Should I continue?
Sorry, let's hang on a sec, Sandra. Thank you. That was wonderful. Have you got a comment there? Maybe we'll share the reading, but I'd like to hear your thoughts when you read this. What did you think about the after supper study session that Jesus had in the Zebedee house, and even the neighbors came? What did you think about that? Sandra, you need to be unmuted if you wanted to make a comment about their after supper meetings. If not, that's okay. Did anybody have a thought about that? Would it be so awesome to have been there after supper, listening and asking a question? What question would you have asked them?
I think it shows how magnetic he was, how he drew people to him, and how they recognized his wisdom and his beauty. So it was a something probably very cherished by the people that came.
Absolutely. That was lovely. Okay, let's see. Maybe who was the other one that, oh, Sandra has a question. Do you want to type it in or ask out loud?
So, sisters, my question is, so here they are saying that Jesus talked freely with these youths who used to attend the conferences. And then down here, they are talking about speaking with authoritative finality. So does it mean that when it was about other topics, he was free, and when it was on religion, he used authority?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a great question. Go ahead, Linda.
Oh, I'm just agreeing with you. Yes.
Yeah, and just so you understand, ladies, expressing his ideas and ideals, and you may be sure his ideals were the right ones, the true, beautiful, and good ones about politics. He had ideas and ideals in politics. He had ideas and ideals about sociology. He had ideas and ideals about science. And don't forget, he studied all these things. He's now, how old is he? 27 in this year? And he had ideas and ideals about philosophy. Oh, I don't even know if he's that old, is he? But he never presumed to speak unless, like you said, with authority, except when talking about the relationship of mankind, of the person to God. He really knew that, and he didn't want to influence. He wasn't there to influence politics or science, etc. He was there to influence how we can interact with our Father and how our Father loves us.
Can I just say that that is an awesome statement? I had never thought of that before. Thank you, Sandra. I have learned something from you.
Very good. That's good. See how we're working together? Now, did we have a volunteer for the next part?
You know,
111?
just one
Oh,
little component of what you just mentioned, and what Catherine brings out. He taught them to think deeply
oh yeah.
about ideas, and then referencing these other ideas. So in other words, he brought his relationship with God, his understanding of religion into other
Yeah,
things, and was teaching us to do the same. So we need to go about our lives making God at the top.
absolutely. Thank you. Do we want to move on? Who was the next reader, Linda?
Winifred.
Go ahead, Win. Once a week. Jesus, you go ahead and start when you're ready and unmute it.
I'm ready to read.
You
Once
can
a
go.
week, I start reading.
Yes, go ahead, Winifred.
Once a week, Jesus held a meeting with the entire household, shop and shower helpers for the building had many employees, and it was among these workers that Jesus was first called the Master. They all loved him. He enjoyed his labors with the building in Capernaum, but he missed the children playing out by the side of the Nazareth carpenter shop. Should I
Beautiful.
continue?
Wait, let's wait for a sec. Have you got any thoughts on that? Who read that? Win? Have you got any thoughts on it? On that paragraph you just read?
Yes.
And what are you thinking?
What I think, after Jesus holding a meeting with the entire household, shop and showers helpers, he wanted to teach them his ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to, I continue.
Yes.
Finish up with your thought there. That was lovely. What did you think about him saying he missed? He missed the children playing outside his home in Nazareth. Wasn't that a sweet thing for us to learn?
I think he was busy doing his work. Then he missed children outside playing.
I know. He was working as an adult now, but he loved hearing the children laugh, I'm sure. How long is this next part, CaroleRae? Okay. Wait, now let's just go. What's your Win? Do you want to read the next paragraph and we'll see if somebody else wants to join? Or did I miss somebody?
Yes, I want to read the next paragraph.
Okay, go ahead.
Of the sons of Zebedee, James was the most interested in Jesus as a teacher. As philosopher, John cared most for his religious teaching and opinions. David respected him as a mechanic, but took little stock in his religious views and philosophic teachings. Frequently, Jude came over on the Sabbath to hear Jesus talk in the synagogue and would tarry is that word, to visit with him. And the more Jude saw of his eldest brother, the more he became convinced that Jesus was a truly great man. I continue?
Yes, it's the last paragraph. Go ahead.
This year made great advances in the ascendant mastery of his human mind and attained new and a high level of conscious contact with his indwelling through adjuster.
The thought adjuster. Now, just to make clear, I'm not sure how many of you are following in the WhatsApp groups there on the thought adjuster. The thought adjuster is a part of God. It's a part of him that he gives us, of God the Father, that he gives us when we make, thank you, when we make that first choice between right and wrong, and we chose right. And this Father, piece of the Father, it's really him, came to live within our mind at that age, about 5 or 6, when we learned the difference between right and wrong. And this thought adjuster, sometimes called a monitor, sometimes called a controller, I called him my personal dad because he's mine. He comes with a divine plan for you, each one of us, for Linda, for CaroleRae, for Win, for Patience, for Patricia, for everybody, because we're all different and we all have a way to go to Father, to go to Father. And so, what do we say here? He attained new and high levels of conscious contact with this Father fragment who is always with us. And he loves us so much. Now, he never pushes, he doesn't force, he guides us, he leads us, he teaches us, he partners with us. This is the part that we are going to learn to become perfect with later on. We call it fuse. Remember how God said and Jesus said, be you perfect, even as the Father in heaven is. So we have to learn to be the perfect Winifred, to be the perfect Monica, to be the perfect Doreen, to be the perfect Laureen, etc., with him as a partner. So it says, wow, that he made great advances, great progress in the ascendant. That means how we climb up in our spiritual and soul mastery, becoming better, of his human mind, which you and I have, and attain new and high levels of conscious, oh my goodness, to be that well developed, with his indwelling thought adjuster. So he was conscious. It's rare that we are aware of this thought adjuster, but he's still working with us. He's still working with us. Go ahead, Linda. You've got lots to say. I want to hear it because I don't have time to read it.
Actually, I was conversing with Catherine. She put a very lovely comment in, and I wondered if she wanted to say it out loud, but it's from the topic just above that. But I think you did a great job of describing all that, Monica.
Oh, thank you. Catherine, do you want to read that? You've got lovely words there. Does Catherine indicate if she wants to read?
She hasn't, but I could read it if you'd like.
Please.
Yeah,
I do.
Catherine shared that Jesus valued humility and service, showing that even someone called the Master engaged in ordinary work and cared about everyday people and their experiences, including missing simple joys like children playing. That's so beautiful, Catherine. You should be a writer.
Isn't it? Isn't it? That was lovely. Okay. So before we go to the next one, I think CaroleRae, I would like to start the next one because it's so cool how we started. But everybody comments now on what we read, on thoughts by other people. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share? That was so lovely. Thank you, readers. That was awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I have a question, Monica. How long did you want to go today? I'm not sure what time. We have 4 minutes before the hour. And this might be a good breaking point if, in fact, you wanted to end on the hour.
No, that's good. I thought we had 20 minutes. That was the last time I looked at the clock. So too bad. We'll keep that for next time. It's so exciting. And we'll add the next section too, CaroleRae. The next section after a day, Linda, we're going to do one day alone with God in paper 177. And Paul's got a really cool AI video that he got that's really cool. And then we'll do the next section, 177 too, because at the end of it, he says, tell no man what we talked about here. And I thought, well, darn it all. I would like to know what you talked about. Well, in the next section, he does talk, they describe their conversation. So it was lovely. Ladies, we have a few minutes before we can say a final prayer. What are your thoughts? How are we doing? The three of us, how are we doing? Raise your hand or write in the chat. Yeah, it was a great. Linda, you just need to unmute, hon. You need to unmute.
Winifred had a comment, and I wondered if she wanted to share it. And then Vanessa says that we're doing a good job. Keep it up. And Jenny loves every bit of our studies. So Winifred said why Jesus loved young children is that they can easily get ideas through to them more easily than adults. And I think that's really true, Winifred. They're more open to receive and to learn. They're like little sponges still.
Mm-hmm. And who was it? Who is it? Is it Patricia who is working with children? And my thoughts on that too. Thank you for writing that in there. And why is that? Because as we grow older, we're getting more and more influenced by the adult life around us and all those thoughts and opinions, which are not childlike. They're how to live and how to work and so on and so forth. So we lose that sense of childness. And here it is that Jesus said, unless you become like a child, not childish, but become like a child, you shall see the kingdom of heaven. In other words, it's seen that the God and the Father of love is our Father. Anything else there? Did you see, Linda?
No other comments, just some thank yous.
Okay. Shall we have a goodbye prayer? Anybody want to say goodbye to God and our angels?
Tuba Galanya Muena.
Oh my goodness. Anybody want to thank Father and Mother and all the angels and spirits here with us? As we're going to leave shortly. Okay.
Thank you, Monica. I think you just did a nice closing prayer.
Oh, great. Whoops, Linda is talking. Her
Yeah,
lips are moving.
Jane would like to know the meaning of synagogue, and Sandra wishes us all good health. Winifred says goodbye. Molly says, thank you so much, sisters, for a great meeting.
Well, thank you for giving us that appreciation. It helps us. A synagogue is a Jewish church. So there's temple, there's what do we call the Islamic ones? What do we call them? I know them.
Mosque.
Mosque, thank you. Cathedrals, yeah, temples and so on. It's just the Jewish version of a church for them, place of worship. Okay, everybody, thank you, everybody, for showing up. A Jewish house of worship, yes. Have a great month. We love you. We love you for showing up. Thank you. And thank you, CaroleRae, for participating in the data. Have a great month.
Mucha
Bye-bye.
Baleko Banyabo.
There's our
Mucha Baleko Banyabo.
and there's our translator right there. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, CaroleRae. Bye-bye.
Bye.